Hello everybody and welcome to a modded Minecraft. We're doing a Techopolis mod pack. It is in Skyblock mode and apparently structures still generate. I don't know what that is and I don't know if I want to... Is that meant to be a strong... I wonder if that's meant to be a stronghold. I'm very curious about this now, and I want to know. Oh, no, it's not functioning like it. It's a different structure completely. Oh. Well, anyway, with that aside, I guess what we need to do is go through the basics. So, for those who don't know, Techopolis is a questing mod pack. So you have a bunch of different missions down the side here that you have to complete before you can progress further into doing more complex stuff like, say, mechanism, which uses a more efficient automation system. So we'll end up starting from these things, the redstone furnace and the pulverizer, as well as a cobblestone generator and a tree, and progress through and improve our tools a bit more. So I guess first things first, get some wood. Also make sure I get some saplings, which I got 4 of. That's actually really helpful. So, luckily this mod pack also has the crouch to get trees mod, which basically means if I'm sitting here doing crouching, I can speed up the growth of a sapling like that. So, grab some of these, make sure I've got enough stuff. So, first mission, and then we have to make some wood. So they've changed the crafting as well, so instead of getting 4, I now get 2 planks, which makes things a little bit harder to achieve. Which is also pretty interesting as well, makes it a little bit more difficult. So, crafting table down, we need to make a pattern afterwards. So, for those who aren't very well attuned to Tinker's construct, a pattern is made with 2 sticks and 2 planks. And I can make it like this, in a diagonal fashion between the 2 items. So I now have 6 of these, and the next job is to make a crafting station, a part builder, and a tinker station. These are very important given that this mod pack doesn't allow for regular pickaxes, and instead you need to actually make things with a tinker's item. So if I make a crafting station with a pattern above it, I forgot the name for a second. If I make it with a pattern above it, I can make a crafting station. Crafting stations are actually very helpful because I can leave the items in the crafting station. So, now it's time for me to remember types of things that we need for the part builder. So, another handy thing is you can go into here and actually see the crafting recipes you need. And if you want to save over on the side here, you can press the A button if you haven't changed your controls. And that means I can look at this later when I need help and I need a mission that needs to be crafted. So we're just going to do that with these 2. And from there, we should be able to set up some crafting for it. So that is the Tinker Station and the part builder down. Now, I think I'm going to need a little bit more wood before I can progress further onto the basics. So let's just get this big tree, which we luckily got. I'm very surprised we got it. 10 saplings, that's actually very helpful. So, now that we have these, we can go on to making some special parts. A canna is what we'll use as a replacement for shears, I'm pretty sure. They're able to get... They allow you to get some... leaves. Forgetting the names of things. It's not good. So, if I make some more patterns, I should be able to put them into the part builder. And then what I will need first, well, first we need a wooden pickaxe. So let's go ahead and make a wooden pickaxe, which requires a wooden pickaxe head, a tool handle, and a binding. So then we can go over to the Tinker Station, select the pickaxe, and put these all in here to make a wooden pickaxe. Now what we also probably want is a canna, or a kammer. I don't know how to pronounce it. So to make a kammer, we need a small blade, a tool handle, and a tool binding. So we need a small handle, and a binding. Go back over to the Tinker Station, and I can put this all in here. There we go, a wooden cannon. So now we can go over there and mine some cobblestone. But first, some more wood as usual. Alrighty. So, what do we need next? Oh, well, we can make some leafy string. So, how do we go ahead about making some leafy string? Leafy string requires some leaves. So the canna allows you to get leaves. So if I just crouch, grow a tree, and auto mine that, I can get that. I get a bunch of string. So we now have a bunch of leafy string. What does this say? Leafy string can be used to make wool. My assumption is much like wool. Yes. Okay. So much like wool, you can put it in a 2x2 and make wool. Only it's green wool, which makes sense as well, given that it's leaf. Alright, so that's a green bed. I think what I'm also going to do is extend this platform out a little bit more, because it's very small, and I feel like we're going to lose a couple of drops if it's not big enough. There we go. Just a little bit wider so I can have a little bit of walking room as well. Alrighty. Well, that's this first section done. What about mining? Ooh, mining looks a little bit more complicated. So, I am going to put down this bed here and just grow some more trees. We're going to need as much trees as we can get. I feel like what we should also make is an axe. So we need a small axe head, a tool handle, and a tool binding. So pretty standard normal stuff. So we need a small axe head, a handle, and a binding. There we go. Then we go over to here, and we can make the axe. Done. So now we can mine these trees a little bit faster. Done. Alrighty. So, I guess what we need next is a stone pickaxe head. I'm not sure how much we need. We can also make a furnace. Oh. So, let's go ahead. Break that. Listen to what it says. I just sit here mining a couple of these. Well, it's another day. I've broken my pickaxe. We made 60. That's actually pretty good in my opinion. So, I guess the next step is to make a stone pickaxe head. Add that. And then what we can also do with tinkers, which is very helpful, is we can add in our old tool, add in the new part, and it'll swap it out with the old one. So now we have a stone pickaxe. And what I'm going to do is I'm also going to swap out both the axe, which that was the wrong part, and the small knife, which means I can upgrade both the axe and the hammer to be better. And I'm also going to get rid of this because we don't need it. Also that. Okay. So, our next mission is to make a furnace. So, how do we go about making a furnace? Well, that's still very vanilla. It's still the same old crafting recipe. Put down a furnace. I think what I'm also going to do now that we have more wood is make some part chests, and I think they were tinker chests. It's not like I'm going to use them, but it's good to get these for the tech bucks, which will come handy later. So, to make tinker's chest, we need to put that. I'm going to just quickly do these like that. Alright, so we need to make some chests. So to make a tinker's chest, we need some patterns. Of course, patterns are pretty standard for all tinker's items. It's basically how you form everything else. I'm missing a stick for this one, which I'm actually surprised. Usually sticks are very common to get from trees. So, that is the basics completed very loudly. Apologies. Hopefully I fix that on my editing end so that you guys don't have to hear that and only I do. But that's all done. I feel like we can put this furnace down here. Oh, no, that's not where you need to go. Get back here. That's also not where you need to go. Oh, no. Well, the furnace is going to be down there for a while. I don't know how that happened. So, what we need next is, well, let's just collect all these tech bucks. So, in the mining, we need to make, well, I think that might be in, by placing a 3x3 block of 27 furnaces will create a jumbo furnace. Ooh, interesting. Unfortunately, we only have wood as a fuel source, so I don't think that's very important right now. But what we can do is make a market, which uses 1 tech buck, 2 stone for a very basic thing. I'm just going to go ahead and put these in here. So while we have that cooking up, what we can also do is this crafting recipe also requires logs. So rather than using wooden planks, you're using logs straight from the tree. So that seems like that's done. There we go. So now that we have the market, we can place it down. Immediately, someone's falling down. The Techopolis Trader. So, the Techopolis Trader allows you to trade different items. So, I can change ore nodes using tech bucks, and at some point they eventually become more advanced and turn into technium ingots, which is something that we'll need to look at later. Right now, don't really need to look at these other than just to progress. So, the next mission is glass. How do we get glass? We can make some sand. How do we make sand? That's the very important question. We can put it in a pulverizer. We can get sand from pulverizing cobblestone. A good byproduct as well is some gravel and some flint. Of course, afterwards, what we can do is get some gravel and turn that into sand as well. I think what we're going to do is try our hand in pulverizing just cobblestone. So while that runs, I'm just going to look at this a bit more. So we can use flint as a catalyst as well. So while that's going to run, I think I might need to expand this platform. It's already becoming very, very crowded. Well, where did I put my... Well, I guess the next thing to do is some more mining for cobblestone. I'll be right back. Well, I've broken my pickaxe again. Let's see. Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, that's just going to be discluded. Let's see how much we've gotten. A lot of cobblestone. Okay, well, that's good for building blocks. So, over here, the pulverizer is still running, by the way. It's actually pretty good to know. So that completes the sand mission, which means we can get some glass. I feel like we can look at that a little bit later. Now we have gravel as well. That's very, very handy. So what I'm going to do is probably use about half of that to make some slabs. From there I can expand the platform out a little bit more, just so that there's more breathing room, I would say. And I feel like it's best to try and... No, that's not what I want. No. Alrighty. Step number 2. So now we can expand this platform out a little bit more and possibly add more sections around here, just so we can separate certain things that we need. Maybe even move the Techopolis Trader a little bit, because he's a little bit in the way with everything, I would say. So, what we should do is not sleep, because we can't. what we're going to do is make some more slabs and make a separate section. Just to expand this area out a little bit more, maybe. Or we can just keep expanding out, I would say. Yeah, that makes sense. Just keep extending the platform. This is a very standard thing for every skyblock, is just extend the platform as far as you can go. Don't stop until you can't see the end anymore. Alrighty, so now we can just... Wow. Okay. Come back, buddy. Hi, how's it going? Still sells the same stuff, just in a different order. Ooh, we can get flight. Ooh, interesting. Oh, that is the next mission, a flight anchor. Okay. So I put a catalyst in here and I do this. I have no idea what a catalyst is meant to do. Maybe that's going to... Let's see what this does. It might do something different. No, it does nothing different. Okay. If that just produces gravel, I'm going to be sad. Alright, so... Next step is glass. So we have some sand. Chuck that in here. Kaboom. Mission done. Just wait for that to finish. What else can we do while we wait? I want to see this, the flight anchor. So we can get a basic one and then 32 for a flight ring. Ooh, that sounds like a lot of missions. So, we can get some clay. How do we get clay? Clay we can get from a pulverizer as well, so we can get dirt. How do we make more dirt? Because I don't want to get rid of this only block. So dirt can be made with... Oh, leaves! Okay, so if we make leaves like we're making a furnace, we can do that. Or if we get saplings, we can make it... So if we do this, we can make more. I would say doing that is actually a pretty risky thing, because if you accidentally craft all of them, you've got no more saplings. So maybe I'm going to make sure that I have an uneven number before I do any of that. Don't particularly feel like losing my ability to progress. Did I not get any saplings? What is this? Give me saplings. There we go. That's one more sapling. Okay. So, another section within getting started is basic storage. So we can make, drawers. Now, drawers are actually very, very helpful. I've messed with drawers before in previous mod packs. I'm gonna need more wood before I even explain more. Drawers are very handy. What they do is they're able to store multiple stacks of items in one block. They're a more efficient, I would say, chest. They're able to store a lot more. They're also upgradable as well in future. So if you need more to be stored within the drawer, you can get simple upgrades for them just to get more room within them. So hopefully 32 logs is enough to make all the different types of drawers we need. So we need a couple of these. So we need 4 for a 2x2 drawer, we need 2 for a 1x2 drawer, and we just need 1 extra for the rest. So, to make a singular drawer, we just need to make it like this. I'll show you the difference between all of these in a couple of seconds as soon as I've made all of these. This is a 1x2. And then a simple 2x2 drawer. So, with these placed down, what I can do is very easily store different items. So, say here I wanted to store tech bucks because I don't want to carry these around all the time and I don't want to risk losing them. I can just put them here. And then if I have wood items, I can stick them in these different separate cabinets within the drawer. Sticking stuff like wood and saplings within them. Now what I can do as well is if I shift right click them with an empty hand, here we go, here's the cabinet drawers, the drawer upgrades. These are very handy for when you need them later. If there's any reason to store more stuff, say a cobblestone generator is producing more than you thought it was, and you need more in future, you can just upgrade it and it will save it for later. So what I feel like we can do now is stick the stuff that we don't need in here. So all those things we don't need. The wood is very important. Right now we don't need any more drawers down. In fact, we don't even need this one down. We just need the 2x2 to hold the saplings and stuff. That's pretty much all we need. So we can get rid of the dirt. We can put this down here. I remove a stack, and we can just work on getting more saplings. What we can do though is work with the camera instead, because that will give us a more consistent stream of saplings. Again, another thing to be mindful of is the amount of saplings you have. The last thing you want is to lose absolutely all of them to nothing. It's why we also have, why the one pack creators made emergency items. So I'm just going to stick 1 extra sapling in there, just in case there's a need for it in the future and I mess up. What I will do is after I've done everything I need with the saplings, I will just stick them back in. And if I am running low, I will put down some more and not use the camera, just to make sure I'm not running out. Last thing I want is to actually run out and then have to use emergency items, which is very, very unfortunate in my opinion. I feel like if there's no need for them, you don't need to use them. So, there we go. Maybe we could try work, nah, okay, so to make some dirt, we need to make them in a furnace formation, like that. Go all the way around. And that is 32 dirt made. Wow, that was actually really easily. Now, what's the pulverizer doing? The pulverizer is currently suffering and not able to charge. Okay. What I have done before I've tested out this mod pack is I've looked up here, and up the top is some solar panels that slowly charge both of those two things. They're made like that as well, just to synchronize with that and make it look a little bit neater, I would say. What we're also going to do is expand these platforms, because the last thing I want is to fall. Although this mod pack does have a safety feature for if you fall, I just feel like it's nicer to not risk falling off whenever you can. Last thing you want is to fall off and end up with half a heart and then have to kind of suffer for food for the next however long until you can actually get like grass seeds or something to spawn in animals or get some crops. So now that those are down, there's less of a risk of us actually hitting anything. More things in here are stuff like the backpack, which we can make with string, chest, and leather. How do we make leather? It looks like we need to actually spawn in a cow. Okay. That's the easiest way to do it. So, that, I would say that's pretty much done. The redstone furnace is done with its sand, so I'm going to stick more in. And I'm just going to let this slowly fill itself back up, because we kind of need it. What I'm also going to do is stick the gravel and the flint in there. We don't necessarily need it right now. So before I stick any dirt in there, I'm just going to let it fill up again. So, finders. Finders. Different finders can be used to find different types of ores not useful on a Skyblock world. Okay, that's interesting. So we can get a metal finder, a gem finder, and a mineral finder. Alright. I feel like since those are optional, I won't go through those yet. So let's just try and get as much as we can done out of all these. So moving on to grout. Grout is a very standard thing within Tinker's Construct. Uses gravel, sand, and clay. Again, the main reason I'm waiting for this to fill up is so that I can put in this to use some clay. So I'm going to let that run and go to sleep as soon as I can. I'm very, very interested in this place. That'll be something we'll have to look at a little bit later. But the sooner I can go to sleep, the better. Ah, there we go. We've already got some clay running. So we are missing some sand. So I guess the next thing to do after that is also make some sand. Given that we've used it all for those. What we're also going to do is look at these. I would say these are the next thing to work on. So we can get a mineral finder, a gem finder, and a metal finder. Okay, so how do we do these? Well, first of all, go to sleep so that we can charge up the solar panels again and get some actual power to the pulverizer to get this stuff done. So, to make a mineral finder, we need charcoal surrounded by glass. Oh, that's pretty easy. We have a smelter. We have a furnace way down there by accident. So, just grow up another tree. Grab that. Ooh, that was a lot of stuff. And then we put in the charcoal with some wood, and that will make us some charcoal. I said charcoal twice. Why did I call that log charcoal? Ah, whatever. So we have that running. This is making us nothing. Again, that needs to fill up. That will unfortunately be a very common thing within this mod pack, is until you get better sources of power, you're going to have to deal with that. Also, I'm going to fix up this mini map as well to zoom in a little bit more. We don't necessarily need it being huge. So that should have, yep, there we go. So that's made us some more charcoal. Do this. Just to cook us some more items. What I do want to do, I'm going to make another furnace if I can't get this one. Nope. Okay, well, we're just going to make another furnace. A furnace will be pretty handy because it means we don't need to rely on power too often. Also, we can just replace the redstone furnace with... We can replace the need for the need of a redstone furnace with just a regular furnace. So just make some more charcoal. While we do that, get some more wood. That's good. That is still filling up. So the main focus will probably be trying to get this just powering. We don't need anything else being charged up other than the pulverizer right now. So the furnace doesn't really come in necessary need right now. So I can just stick that back in the chest. And back onto making some finders. So the mineral finder required charcoal. So that's that. The gem finder, it's saying we can make that. So we need glass and logs. Huh. That was actually very easy. And then a metal finder. I can get dirt and glass. Huh. So that's those three done. And then a nature's compass allows you to find certain biomes. I don't think we necessarily need that. We can look at that a little bit later. Just make some clay to add up to that mission here. There we go. And then we have clay as well, and we can make a ceramic bucket. Ceramic buckets are like the starter version of buckets. They can hold lava once, but will break. So maybe it's worth making those as well, just for future use. And don't worry, I haven't forgotten about grout. This is also a very handy tool for future. Ooh, that's not what I want. That's what I want. Alrighty, hopefully this is mostly charged up so I can make some more clay. And I guess I'll be right back when it's done with the dirt. Alright, we're back and we have some sand. Sand. I got sand. So we now have sand, gravel, and clay. These things I'm going to stick here. We don't need those. They're just optional and I really wanted them for gems. Although later in the quests, the miner requires some gem finders and stuff. So that's actually a pretty good investment for the future. But aside from that, we're going to work on the heater. So we need grout. How do we get grout? We need, I've already got it saved up here. Grout requires clay, gravel, and sand. So we can only get 42 out of that. Our buckets. Oh, I completely forgot that we had buckets. So now we can get the grout, put that in there. And now we just cook that up to make some seared bricks. So the basic idea of the heater, which is set up exactly like this, is that if we get any ingots, what we can do is put them into here. We can just filter it in and pour it out, melt stuff. Like if it has copper in it, it will just melt copper into here, and we can pour it into ingots, or we can pour it into a basin to make a block. Or in fact, Tinker's Construct allows you to make not just ingots, but also parts. So instead of having just tools like this, when we get to stuff like iron and gold, we can't actually use this anymore, and we need gold stencils. So the idea is to get these and make better tools with them. So if I just do that, we now have some faucets. What I'm also going to do as well is actually make some more sand. We need it for glass. So if I look at this correctly, the melter requires seared fuel gouge, which is just 5 glass and 4 seared bricks. So if I just save that, I can get used to that later. And then a seared heater. So I can use that as well. Oh, I've completely gone out of that. Get that. Alright, what else do we need? We need a casting table as well. If you were looking at the diagram, it has those set up as well. It has those next to it. So now we just need to wait for this to fuel up. And what are we going to make first? I would say the heater, because that is the bottom bit. But we don't have enough, of course. A lot of the start process for a lot of Skyblock games is just waiting to get the necessary materials, and then afterwards being able to progress on and do whatever you need. Unfortunately, this is even slower using automation because it's just requires slow fueling from solar panels. So hopefully we can improve that a little bit later down the line, but it doesn't look like it until we get to applied energistics, I think. No, that is not. Refined storage, thermal machines. I might have to look at this a little bit more. Go at thermal expansion. So we can use thermal expansion is what those are from. So we can make sawmills, pulverizers, induction smelters, centrifugal separators, multi-servo presses, magma crucible. Which, if I look at this correctly, magma crucibles are very important. So they allow us to make lava. Handy. So that, I'm actually going to save that for future in case we need it, which we definitely will as soon as we can get more stuff. So this furnace should be getting more. There we go. And we don't even have any glass yet, so we can't make that. So instead, we're just going to make the basin. There we go. If I look at this correctly, the heater makes use of coal. Okay, that's actually pretty handy. So instead of using lava like the smelter usually does, instead what we can do is use charcoal. Alrighty, now that we have all of these materials done, what we can do is shift these over to here and make the seared fuel gauge. English. And from there, we can make the melter. Melter is exactly what we need. And then we can also make the casting table. There we go. So now that we have these down, that is the heater. So the heater uses charcoal. Well, it uses any solid fuel, actually. So I don't necessarily need to use charcoal, it's just charcoal runs a little bit smoother than other items. It smelts 8 items, which is pretty handy for now. But what we can do later is stick other items into this to make more items. So if I look at fuel, other items that can smelt for a bit longer would be something like a block of coal, which makes sense. Dried kelp was a pretty standard thing. 1.5 is a lot of wooden items. Blaze lanterns. Okay, that's actually pretty interesting. A lot of items. There's a lot of items that could be used to burn. But other than that, we can put this down, do that, and now we have a functioning melter. So I need to get this base. I'm going to collect this basin to get it to say that I've registered. There we go. So that is pretty much everything for today, I would say. Without getting too far into this episode, I feel like we've gotten pretty far into it. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you guys enjoyed, please feel free to leave a like and comment underneath. Absolutely feel free to subscribe to be notified of more videos that I'm going to produce coming this way. Also, you made it to the end and you're seeing this. This is very heavily in the beta. Currently testing this out, seeing how it works. Hopefully this can be featured more in videos. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a comment. If you guys want to see more of this, absolutely let me know. I'm still going to absolutely work on this. It's way too much fun. Absolutely going to work on Techopolis as well. I love modded Minecraft way too much to just not do it. And I figure I might as well take you guys on the journey as well. If you guys enjoy, again, I'm going to keep saying it. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. That sounds so dumb. Anyway, thank you guys so much. I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.